Ah, man, I'm tired of this. I am genuinely tired of having to deal with BS. And every single time, it's always me that has to deal with it.
I'm so sorry you have to deal with so much personal BS in your life. What's going on this time? Are you getting falsely accused of something? Or people giving you too much shit on a video where you think you're in the right? Whatever it is, man, I've got your back, dude. The internet can be really unforgiving sometimes.
Buckle up, because this is gonna be real good. Like, I got a lot of receipts for this one.
Holy shit, he's about to expose some fucking cloud chasers. Let's go! Fuck him up, man!
It's, man, just... Sonic Frontiers doesn't deserve any of the disrespect that it's getting. Like, that's a straight fact right there.
Okay. So the BS, the slanderous BS that you have been personally having to deal with that always happens to you is someone criticizing your favorite video game. Okay, so normally I help out content creators by defending them from slanderous claims, but video game opinion slander is not really something I tackle, but I might be able to help you out with an issue you're having from staying inside all day raging at negative Sonic Frontiers reviews, because eliminating the stank of ball sweat is actually something that is really well done by Manscaped.com, specifically with their Platinum Package 4.0, a bundle that includes everything you'd ever need for your balls, with ball-specific products such as an electric trimmer, anti-chafing ball deodorant, ball spray toner, regular deodorant, regular body wash, sea kelp infused shampoo and conditioner, and even a nose and hair trimmer. But by clicking my link in the description and using code BOWBLACKS, not only do you get 20% off of all of these things, but you also get a free travel bag, free boxers, and no matter where you live in the world, the shipping will be free. So if you want to treat your balls right, be sure to go to manscaped.com using the link in the description below and use code BOWBLACKS in order to get 20% off with 2 free gifts and free international shipping. Thank you so much to Manscaped for sponsoring this video, but now it's time to get back to the topic at hand.
But without further ado, let's grab the receipts and talk about every person that disrespected Sonic Frontiers here.
Man's brought out the entire fucking list here. Dude, no one's coming out of this unscathed. If you've said one negative thing about Sonic Frontiers online, Brian knows where you are and he'll find you. Run.
These are the 4 big bads that we have to deal with in terms of how much disrespect they gave Sonic Frontiers, because quite frankly, personally, my experience with Frontiers has been a very amazing experience, and so many have had that same sort of sentiment with this game as well. This game is what a lot of people have always wanted out of a 3D Sonic game since Sonic Unleashed, and that was 14 years ago, and I cannot stress that enough, because that just shows how much of a commitment Sonic Team provided for this one in particular.
Yo, Sega's so committed because after 14 years, they actually tried for once. What is that argument? Literally what? You do realize Sonic Team made 9 other Sonic games in that time, including Sonic Free Riders and Sonic Forces. Saying they actually tried for once with Frontiers isn't the compliment you'd think it is, dude.
But then of course you got idiots in the room that like to think otherwise and claim they're in the right and rightfully criticizing and bashing this game for no apparent reason other than they just want to give an opinion out there and really piss some people off. And it really pissed me off, otherwise I'm going to be making this video.
Fuck those idiots who don't like the Hedgehog game I love! Ugh! Fuck, this is such a personal offense to me! Ugh! I just gotta make this video, I'm so mad! Fuck those Mario fans!
But anyway, culprit number 1 we got here is Nintendo Life. They're rather tame with their opinion, you know, they said what they said, but what bothers me and what blatantly disrespects Sonic Frontiers is their absolute score, scoring this a 4 out of 10 simply because they think they are in the right in saying that Sonic Frontiers is an ambitious take on something that ultimately failed. And the question is, well, what is that ambition? What is that attempt that they were trying to make out of Sonic Frontiers? In which case, they don't specify at all.
Brian, he has the receipts. He's ready to take down the hypocritical Sonic Frontiers haters who are shitting on the game for no reason. Phoenix Wright music blasting in the background. We're gonna really destroy these guys with facts and logic. So the reason Nintendo Life, stupid Mario fans' opinion, is just so fucking wrong is because they don't clarify to me what they think the developmental goal of Sonic Frontiers was. To make a good game? To make a platformer? To make an open world game? Have we really gotten to the point in online video game discourse that we have to go out of our way to specify that the development team was trying to make a good game? Establishing a bar of quality before we explain why we think it falls below that bar. I think the universal bar video game developers strive for is probably 10 out of 10. I don't know who would go into game development and be like, yeah, let's make a 6 out of 10 game. I'm really aiming for a 4 out of 10 on this game. I hope people dislike my game and it doesn't sell. We purposely made bad games for the last 14 years to keep people on their toes. After we released the dumpster fire that was Sonic Forces 5 years ago, there's no way Sonic fans can hate on Frontiers. Because at least it's better than Forces. We got this in the bag.
That's basically what Sonic Frontiers did, and honestly, it did a better damn good job than Forces.
Okay, I get it. I like Sonic Frontiers. I personally think it's an 8 out of 10. I think it's way better than Forces, but you can't prove the critics wrong by saying the game is better than garbage.
Sterling also decided to outright bash the developers by calling them, and I quote, lazy hack who just did an asset flip in terms of the game.
I mean, it's kind of harsh, but how can you defend this? They've been copy and pasting Green Hill Zone for the last decade. There's no excuse for how lazy this is. What is he gonna say? The developers weren't actually lazy because they worked long hours? As if that excuses the laziness of whoever's decision it was to reuse Green Hill for the 100th time.
This is the same exact person that has advocated for video game development representation and work ethics and rights. And to say that, especially when you look back at first-hand primary source and testimony of Hizuka and Kishimoto, the main heads of this particular game, saying that they had to work over 22 hours every single day to ensure that every little detail and asset to the cyberspace levels, despite being reused assets, are intact and sound and perfect to go for this game. There were 2 people, according to Izuka, that were in charge of this oversight, and Izuka was one of them, and he had to do double the work because the other guy was sick due to the amount of stress and work that they had to do in order to make sure that Sonic Frontiers would be the game that they wanted for everybody to experience. So for you to say that they were lazy, well, there is testimony of the fact that they had to work overtime for something that they love and to make sure that the fans would too.
Fuck you, Sterling, for calling them lazy hack fucks. Maybe you're a lazy hack fuck for not looking into the personal backstory of every developer who creates a video game that you play and review. Now Izuka has to live with the fact that Sterling called him a lazy hack fuck! You know what that does to a man? Fuck! Dude, it's in English! None of the developers are gonna understand or see this or care! Dude, if the developers aren't gonna put in the effort to make something other than Green Hill Zone, why do you think they'd put in the effort to translate and get mad at the specific words used in an English review of Sonic Frontiers that gave the game a 1.5 out of 10? If you give a game like Sonic Frontiers that low of a score, I doubt any of the developers would even care to read it. But good for you for defending them. I'm sure Izuka and Kishimoto are going to fly straight to your house for a personal thank you on defending their honor.
But last but certainly not least, and a lot of you guys saw this guy on the thumbnail, and trust me, I had to restrain myself. The fact that this guy right here decided to just obviously make a quote-unquote funny and satirical video without obviously not taking a single spine of responsibility for the actions that it just sort of ensued thereafter based on his video. And for all of you guys that know who I'm talking about, oh yeah, you know exactly who I'm freaking talking about. Yeah, that's right, he who shall not be named, because I don't even want to give him the satisfaction of saying his name out loud.
So who is the Baltimore of Sonic Frontiers criticism? Who was just so bad faith in their critique of Sonic Frontiers that this guy can't even stand to say his name? Well, if you didn't see the thumbnail of the video, honestly, I wouldn't even blame you for not knowing, because he's talking about fucking Dunkey! Video game Dunkey! And if you're not familiar with this content, pretty much 75% of what he says is complete satire. I mean, for God's sakes, his name is Dunkey. Imagine watching this video and getting pissed.
90% of this game's budget just went into making the 3D models for the fish on
No, it didn't!
Look at how happy they are that they don't have to be in this game anymore.
Fuck you! I'd love to be in this game!
This is the level where we team up with Hank to take down Walter White.
No, it isn't! That's Breaking Bad! Stop being so disingenuous!
This idle animation.
Stop laughing at Sonic! But honestly, I'm being a little hyperbolic. Brian's not offended at Dunkey as a person, but just his video game opinions, as he said earlier in the video.
It's their opinion that I am attacking, not the character and their way of life. If you are attacking their character, then you really need to do some serious self-reflection, because I do not fly with that. I do not do that. There are certain qualities in his personality that needs to be changed.
Bruh. Dunkey really crossed the line there. I mean, he got this guy to go back on his word and criticize his actual character because his Sonic Frontiers video was just that offensive.
I do not do that unless it is absolutely necessary to criticize it simply because I want them to be a better person. That is the only exception to that rule, and I hope a lot of you guys understand that, and if you did not watch that, I will emphasize this in the comments down below.
Oh, so he's not going back on his word, he's just saying that you shouldn't criticize someone's character unless it's absolutely necessary to make them a better person. Which means he thinks Dunkey's a bad person for making fun of Sonic Frontier. It's a video game hedgehog! Wait, what? I expect that for like serious character flaws. How does he see someone disliking a game as a serious character flaw? Holy shit. If that's the qualifications of what makes you a bad person, then I must be a fucking demon for not enjoying Elden Ring.
Because the fact that this person, Ozzy made his review on Sonic Frontiers and then decided to, you know, make it all look bad and broken and blah 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 as again a quote-unquote satirical video on gaming journalism, but the audacity of, at the end of that video, of showing all other review scores of all other games that everybody absolutely love and cherish, and then thereafter getting thousands of review bombs of this game simply because they saw this video and don't even have a shred of critical thinking skills in their thing or a level of observation and at least try out the game for themselves. The fact that all of that happened and then later he doesn't even acknowledge the responsibility that he has to take and the consequences that happen in regards to all of that, but the fact that he's willing to say that, oh, it's the Sonic fans' fault for review bombing a game that they love just so they can hate on him. What does that even mean?
It means that Sonic fans put bad user reviews on the game pretending to be Dunkey fans in order to make Dunkey look responsible for, I guess, ruining the game's reputation. It's a solid theory considering the users are called Dunkey Lover 2005, Dunkey Lover 69, and Dunkey Fan 123. But even if these are legitimate Dunkey fans leaving dishonest user reviews, the user review score went down from 8.8 to 8.4. I don't think those 0.4 points are going to deter people from buying Sonic Frontiers. Oh, I was gonna buy it because I had 8.8 user score, but now that has 8.4, I think I'm gonna skip out on it and buy a different game. But actually, Dunkey Lover 69 makes a great point on this game not being knack. Yeah, I'm not buying this one.
What does that even mean? And it's like me saying, oh, I love the shawarma pizza, but goddamn, this place absolutely, I hate this, like, nah, man, I hate this pita, but like, you know, this pita still, you know, it's built different. What does that even mean?
Yeah, pedos suck, man.
Just, I don't understand the lack of responsibility, and that's where it ties into the disrespect of Sonic Frontiers in this case.
Dude, the absolute lack of responsibility and foresight from Dunkey is insane here. Comparing the high user score of Sonic Frontiers to other video games he thinks is better? Yeah, this guy definitely needs a PR team, because that's a completely fucked thing to do. Dude, if he thinks that's irresponsible, oh my god, what is he gonna think of this video? Holy shit.
Where besides all the other three culprits that we've mentioned, where it's more so their opinion and you know whatever, there are some valid criticisms in some aspects of their thing and blah blah blah, things like that, but this guy right here, the audacity to make that claim really says a lot in their personality. And like I've said in this video, I don't know how long this video is at this point, but like I've said, and I will re-emphasize, I don't attack the character of a person unless it is absolutely necessary, and I want this person to be a better version of themselves, and I want them to learn from their mistakes. But it seems to be the case that this person right here doesn't want to learn the fact that he has a large following and a large audience that will not think for themselves because they will look at this video and call it gospel.
So, that was fun.
No, don't play this game.
The word of Dunkey has been spoken. Yes, I will not play this game, Lord. Oh, praise Dunkey, the gospel has been written.
And that is what I'm going to criticize in regards to disrespect to Sonic Frontiers. Because, first of all, you're not funny. None of those videos are funny. I didn't even laugh a single one. You know who makes me laugh? Alpharad, Games Cage, Some Call Me Johnny, and Dudes Got the Was, they know how to make satire and they know how to make things funny. You absolutely don't. I'm sorry to say, like, it's just a fact.
Yes, Scott the Woz getting his friend to say everything is Gex is objectively better comedy than Dunkey being the world record holder in Bowser's Big Bean Burrito. It's video game YouTube comedy. Why is this even being compared? What?
Own up to the mistakes that you made, because everybody loves this game. Everybody that hates this game is because of you. So learn and own up to that.
Okay, this video has to be satire. There's no way this guy's being legitimate. I said what I said, and it needed to be said before it erupts and slowly corrodes my brain. Oh my god, he actually thinks Dunkey is the only reason people hate this game. He actually believes everything he's saying in the video. Oh my god.
For some games, the reviews are absolutely critical, especially for a game like Sonic Frontiers. Sega and Sonic Team, specifically Sega, by the way, will look into the reviews of this game and they will weigh it drastically against the will of Sonic Team.
Wait, we gotta pause this for a second. Sega's announcing a new Sonic game. Holy shit, I can't wait. Please, Sonic Adventure 3, Sonic Adventure 3. No! Green Hill Zone again? Are you fucking serious?
Because they don't understand the severity of what their review is actually going to cause. It's going to cause a lot of discomfort on many people, especially on higher ups like Sega and Sonic Team, because they will see those reviews and they will use it against Sonic Team and say, hey, we gave you this budget for Sonic Frontiers, but it seems like people didn't want it at the end of the day. I thought you knew what you were doing. Nah, screw it. You guys lost your way. We're gonna give you another Sonic Colors too.
Okay, time to get a little serious here. As a Sonic fan, I've seen the sentiment all over the community over the past decade that review scores are gonna influence what Sega decides Sonic Team should do for the next Sonic game, which is true to some extent, but also it's not. Sonic Generations got great reviews. The next game was Sonic Lost World. Completely different gameplay style. Sonic Forces got bad reviews, but despite that, they still continued to use the boost formula to a small extent in Sonic Frontiers through the cyberspace levels. While the general reception of a game is obviously going to influence the creative decision of that franchise moving forward, as is the case with any developer handling a long-running video game franchise, I genuinely don't think Dunkey's video and the reviews of Dunkey Lover 2005 is going to affect whatever decision Sega makes with Sonic Team going forward. Because I think the overall reception to the game and the reception from hardcore Sonic fans hold a lot more weight for the company than a joke review from Dunkey does. So far from what I've seen, the general reception to this game is that it's a 7.5 to 8 out of 10, has a lot of potential, great groundwork as a future formula for the series, but there's a lot to work on. And with the developers saying in interviews that they want this format to be the next decade of Sonic, and the reception overall to that format being more positive than negative, I'm pretty confident in the next game being an open world, open zone type experience. But if Dunkey influenced Sega to make Sonic Colors 2, then I have egg on my face and Brian is right. Honestly, as a Sonic fan who did enjoy Sonic Frontiers, I do understand the core arguments he's making in his video, but I just think the way he went about those criticisms were so over the top and so overly defensive to the point where I just had to make fun of it. Hopefully you guys all understand that I don't hate this guy and that this is all in good fun. Do not go and harass this guy. Just enjoy this video for what it is and leave it at that. But if you did enjoy this video, be sure to let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. Subscribe for more content. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't fuck with Sonic fans.